on the Facebook page right now. We're on the app, we're on the website, and on your smart speakers, and it is really good to have you with us this Monday evening. On the show, we'll have the latest sporting news from across Pembrokeshire and beyond. Locally, it was another busy Saturday of cricket, with Neyland and Cresselly maintaining their perfect starts and Carew keeping the pressure on in third spot as well. In the third part of the show, cricket will feature because we will be joined by Craig Butland. I think for a first on this show, he'll be doing the draw for the Pembrokeshire T20 cricket competition. It's the midweek tournament. It's going to be live on Pure West Sport before 9 o'clock. What could possibly go wrong? And in part two, we've got our big friend of the show, in fact, one of the first guests we ever had on Pure West Sport, former Wales international goalkeeper Jo Price will join us live. She's getting ready to manage the Welsh women's street football national side in an international tournament in Dublin at the weekend. So really looking forward to talking football with Jo in part two. That is all to come. In the studio, well, Fraser Watson is on his way. Gordon Thomas is there. So's Tom Dyer, I think, once he's finished having a few camera issues. We didn't notice, Tom. That's okay. Yeah, you covered that nicely. Gordon, how are you?
I'm very good, Ben. It was lovely to have some glorious sunshine in Pembrokeshire at the weekend, and I got around and watched quite a bit of cricket.
That's good. It does make a difference, doesn't it? I think just to have that bit of sunshine. We've had it as well. Yeah, it's good. Tom, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Good to be back. Feels like a long time since sitting in this chair.
It certainly does. Yeah, it's good to have you back. Welcome. Let's start with cricket, shall we? Gordon, let me read the results, and then you can maybe tell us where you watched your cricket. The thing I noticed this week as well, by the way, it's quite scary. We're already 6 weeks into the season, aren't we? We had the slightly delayed start, but that feels like it's flown by.
Yeah. It has gone quickly, Ben, and I always think that during the cricket season, when we get to week 9, that's halfway through, and we're not far from that already. And the nights are going to start pulling in again, mate.
Yeah, they are absolutely. Well, come on, let's have some summer first, Gordon. Let's have some summer first. But I think 6 weeks in, we can start looking at the table. But let's have a look at what happened in Division 1. I'll give you the results. Then, Gord, you can give us some of your thoughts. The Division 1 results, well, Langham were big winners against Loreni by 62 runs.
I was at that game, Ben. And I have to say that Stephen Inwood and Steve Mills have really turned things around for Langham. They partnered on a big partnership. I think Millsy had over a ton.
He did, 118 goals.
And Stephen Inwood had at least 70 odd. And Millsy took 5 wickets as well on top of that. So there was a big man of the match performance for Langham down in Loreni.
Or was it the other way around? Did Inwood take the 5 wickets?
No, it was definitely Millsy.
Was it? Okay, excellent. Yeah, that was a high scoring game as well, and obviously the good weather probably helps. But Langham posted 249 for 5 batting first, secured them the maximum 20 points as well. Loreni had a go though, Gord, didn't they? 187 all out.
Yes, they did have a go, but it was always a tough. They posted a decent total, Langham, and they managed to get over the line at the end of the day. And I have to say, Steve Inwood is a quality player. He won't like me saying this, but he was at Glamorgan as a kid, and I remember watching him score a ton for Pembrokeshire at the Swallow Stadium against one of the county sides there. And he later went on to win an England cap as a schoolboy, and he played with the likes of Joe Root and Josh Butler.
Oh, excellent stuff. And in the runs for Langhams, that was a really good win. It sounds like you enjoyed your afternoon there, Gord. Did you get any tea?
Yeah, it was glorious. I had to move on then. This is a funny little story now. I went to Cresselly, hoping to see Cresselly play Narberth in Division 1. And I got there and I was taking some photos for pembrokeshiresport.co.uk. And I thought, God, these boys, they're definitely second team players. They have to be second. Well, they actually switched the fixture around because they're having like a rock at the park at Narberth in August. They didn't want to have that fixture there then. But It did flummox me for a minute, but there we go. And then I went to Carew, and we'll talk about that now in a sec.
Yeah, okay, let me just do the Cresselly game because they did beat Narberth by 8 wickets, didn't they? That was quite a comfortable win in the end. Narberth were all out for 111. Cresselly knocked those off pretty convincingly. Morgan Lewis top scoring 37, Charlie Arthur 28, not out in that game. And just with the ball as well, Tom Arthur for Cresselly took 3 for 15 and Yori Thomas 3 for 19 in that game.
Excellent.
So that was a decent win. All right, let's go to Carew then, Gordon, as you called it. This was another one. The sun was out.
Game. Yeah, Whitland batted first, and they were going quite well when I was there. Ben, to be fair, it was Golpal, is it? He had 60-odd. He had quite a few sixes while he was there.
Yeah, he did. Golpal Ramasamy.
The boy Newton as well, Dan Newton's brother, Scott. He was batting, and Angharad James. And Rhys Davis was the star man for Carew. He took 3 wickets and scored 76 runs to help Carew to a very comfortable victory in the end.
Well, they got over the line by 4 wickets because chasing 220, that's going some,
isn't it?
Yeah, that's
score.
That's going some, and Carew won that by 4 wickets, so a really good run chase there as well. So well done to them. And as you say, Rhys Davis 76, Tim Hicks also chipping in with 42. Scott Newton top scoring for Whitland. He had 65 in that game, but definitely plenty of runs scored in Division 1. The other 2, Gord, Saundersfoot were winners as well. Again, another good run chase. They dismissed St Ishmael's for 187. Saundersfoot 189 for 4, won by 6 wickets. And Neyland were winners against Haverfordwest. They restricted Haverfordwest to 144 for 9, but Neyland knocked those off. They're good at chasing, aren't they?
What about Tish's one of the guys there, Carl Reid? 99 not out. Unfortunately, he couldn't keep his players there long enough to get a century. But Carl is a classy batsman. He played for Haverfordwest many seasons ago, and he plays with his son Lewis at Tish now. But he still there's plenty of life in the old dog yet, Carl. Fair play to you.
Yeah,
excellent knock.
That's really well batted, isn't it? And he must have just been gutted to be still there at the end. Stranded on 99. So what that does for the table in Division 1, well, Neyland, they top the table. 5 games played apiece now, 91 points for Neyland. Cresselly second on 88, Carew third, 81, and Saundersfoot 4th on 72. So we're kind of at that time of the season now where the table just starts to look a bit familiar, Gord, doesn't it?
It does, and familiar it is with Neyland at the top. And to be fair, they won't mind me saying it, but they haven't got a full side every week, to be fair. They're switching their players around. Some are unavailable due to work and other things on, but they're still managing to stay top. I mean, Cresselly were very unlucky the other week. The rain stopped them from beating Neyland, to be honest with you. And we could have Cresselly at the top. But Cresselly got a lovely mix there. Some old players and youngsters coming through, and they're looking strong. And you can never write off Carew. Carew are really dogged in their performances. They're winners. They want to win every game, so you can't count them out. And well done to Saundersfoot, because them in 4th place at this time of the season, that's excellent going. And my poor old team, I will say it, Haverfordwest, are sitting rock bottom, and they are struggling.
Yeah, tricky start for Haverfordwest. Did you get into any of the Division 2 games on Saturday, Gord?
I went to the Derby game, where the Dock were playing Pembroke. I got there just after tea, and George Smith had a lovely knock for the Dock. And previously, I think he'd taken about 3 or 4 wickets, maybe 5 wickets. If you have a look at the
George did. He took 5 for 10. Good, 5 for 10.
And I think he was not out while he was batting as well. He's had a really good start to the season. But the Dock have got the bragging rights over Pembroke.
Yeah, that's a good win, wasn't it? They won by 7 wickets, chasing down Pembroke's 152, and it was really good from George Smith, 5 for 10 and 63 not out. Do you think the good weather helped over the weekend, Gord, with the runs?
Division, definitely, Ben. You know, there's been higher scores this weekend, and there's been better batting performances. And in Division 2, Toby Heyman had a century for Burton as well. They got a good win, and they're doing well in Division 2. And Herbrinston are having a great season so far. I believe they're top of the table in Division 2. They're going great guns, to be fair to them.
Yeah, they are.
So, yes, you're right. Your question you just asked, definitely the weather does help. The wickets are a lot better and truer, and the batsmen really get into the groove of it with the sun on their backs.
Yeah, absolutely. I always like to pick out some of the strange score lines that you do get in Pembrokeshire cricket.
Yeah.
And it's so hard for some teams, and you do get some real freak results. But we did get one. I don't know if you know the one I'm going to say, Gord. In Division 4, there was a win for Larne by 197 runs. Larne posting 222 for 5 against Sleckford seconds. They bowled Sleckford out for 25 batting seconds.
Just wanted to get to the bar early, Ben. It was as simple as that.
Yeah,
They've had enough of the cream tea. Let's go and have a beer, boys. Let's get out.
And also a word for Hebranston seconds in Division 5. They chased down 236 against Neyland thirds, and they knocked those off and won by 7 wickets, which was a really good chase.
Boy Lewis, I don't know if you look at the scores. I think there's Johnny Bapson. He had a good knock in that particular game you're talking about there.
Yeah, he did actually. Did he get a century? I think, or 61 he got. Yeah, he got 61, and Morgan Britton was 115 not out in that game in Division 5. And we almost had one in Division 6 as well that was almost as big a margin of victory. Kilgetty seconds batted first, 208 for 4 against Pembroke thirds, and they bowled them out for 26. So that was a 182 run victory in that match as well. Do we know how Fraser's start to the season has gone? He is going to join us soon.
Fraser actually had 30 odd on.
Did he?
Yeah, I believe it was 36. But he finished on the losing side.
Okay, well,
that's Llanrhian seconds if you've got that in front of you.
Yeah,
it's about Division 3. Maybe,
we understand. Yeah, we'll maybe we can take that up with him when he gets here. No, Division 4, I think Llanrhian seconds.
Okay.
Gord, I think he is on his way to the studio. Although someone did, Fraser got 36 at the weekend, so well batted, because
Fraser.
There's been the odd comment that Fraser's not been in the studio since the cricket season started.
No, it's a deliberate ploy, I believe. So we don't get any stick off us.
He is probably the most scrutinised player because of this show in the whole of Pembrokeshire playing on a Saturday. He has to come on and tell us how he does every week. So hopefully he's going to be with us in a few moments' time. But yeah, well done to everybody involved with the cricket over the weekend. That was a good Saturday across Pembrokeshire. And it sounded like, Gordon, you got plenty of photos and some good stuff on pembrokeshiresport.co.uk.
It was a great afternoon. It's great to be out on a Saturday afternoon. When you're in the football season, it can be quite dark, gloomy, raining, cold. But on a summer's day, you can't beat it in Pembrokeshire around the cricket ground chair.
Do you have a favourite place? Do you have a favourite place to watch cricket in Pembrokeshire?
Cresselly would take some beating, to be honest with you, where they have the Harrison Allen final. I do like Oakfield Park in Burton as well. It's a lovely, lovely place. But most of the grounds are pretty good, to be fair, Ben. And you have to applaud all the people who keep, the grass and the wickets. They do a lot of work, and they look superb during this time of the year, and they deserve a pat on the back as well, mate. They do a superb job,
especially given actually it was a challenging April and May, wasn't it, weather-wise as well? So
it was too wet to get on to cut it in the beginning, wasn't it? We lost 2 weeks, but what the groundsmen have done around here because of that bad start, they've done a superb job. Fair play to them.
Yeah, excellent stuff, and great to see some runs and some really good bowling performances over the weekend as well. All right, we will take a moment. We're going to be joined by Jo Price, one of the first guests we ever had on Pure West Sports. So looking forward to talking to Jo. She is the head coach of the Wales women's street football side. They're off to Dublin this weekend, so we're going to talk to Jo all about that, and also Angharad James, of course, Pembrokeshire's very own, skippered the Wales women's side at Parker Scarlets against Ukraine on Friday. So we'll get some thoughts from Jo on that as well. And we've got the draw live before 9 o'clock for, I think, what's one of Gordon's favourite cricket tournaments in the county now, the midweek T20.
100%.
Clamoured for it for years, didn't you?
All the way.
Yeah, clamoured for it for years.
Beginning to listen to me at last, man.
Exactly. And to celebrate that, we're going to have the draw for the opening round on this show before 9 o'clock. We'll be back in a few moments' time. It is Monday evening. It's Pure West Sport with Eaton-Evans and Morris Solicitors.
Eaton-Evans and Morris Solicitors